waiting. So, yeah. Oh, with the Deegs, man. Oh,
how do you like them vegetables?
They hit hard. Yeah. Smashed over the head. Those two top mid players go down. Bombs left outside of the ramp for Outsiders. They've got Norbert and Kicker to still try and recover. But fnatic trying to do to Outsiders what was done to them in that second half of Overpass. They got their one round in the pistol, and then Outsiders stole it. Kicker has managed to grab bomb. Norbert, I do like that he's locked into this corner.
พวกนี้มันดูในเกมไม่ได้
He's going to get CTs coming out of it. They don't clear thoroughly. Then Norbert could go big and clutch it back. You think he has to go massive because Kicker is such little HP. And I love the fact that Norbert gets aggressive, finds the first one, a second right there with it. Mezzi slides beyond that Molotov and takes to the top of the stairs. Kicker going for the plant, wants that injection of money. Spam not far off, and Mezzi creates ambiguity with a smoke. He finds it. The headshot into the default plant. fnatic robbed the round.
That's interesting. Kicker looking at that smoke and thinking, okay, my time to escape and get to a weird position. He's on low HP. It's perfect from Mezzi. So that one's locked up. Great deagle shots this round. And that's the folly of Mirage, that there will be some rounds like this where great aim will take you the distance. I mean, Mirage has become played so much that it's like the first or second most popular deathmatch map now, where Dust 2 was the only one. So that's why we talk about the individual level on this map. And the individual levels are gone for fnatic on Overpass, which was a curious situation, but it looks like they're warmed up.
ว่าเขาชนะ2กันแล้วทั้งคู่อันนี้เขาชนะอีกเขาก็จะเป็น
Yeah, Kicker damn near saved with that situation, but now it's the two riflers a little low. A great shot from Fame. Again, T-side entries is the thing that has been the most noticeable with this man.
ตอนนี้ใคร
Huge shoes to try and fill.
คือเอาไซเดอร์นำเก
Scary
ม
rifler.
เอาไซเดอร์นำเกม
Window timing.
Nice. Just as smoke goes up, Nikadaz finds that angle and makes sure Fame stays at just the one kill. Crims, he's off the top rope of Catwalk, and Norbert's about to fall victim. He was looking for the AK, got his hands on it, and then died in an instant right after. So let's see if Kickert's Deagle can respond. He's found the right timing to just walk up from ramp. He's got teammates elsewhere. Nobody here with him. Ooh, and the second shot does the trick.
Whoa, that's a big one, man. CT down with time. So we're at the minute mark, and he's sitting here on default with the bomb back. The CTs have kind of middle of the map, but nothing else. Kicker's going to get a little bit more information as well. Mezzi gets hurt. Another shot comes through. It's kind of close. Wow, Flit is sitting here in mid. It's hard to find the T's in this position, and now there's only 2 CTs left.
It's so ropey. It's so back and forth, and there's threats looming every single step of the way. Fleck catches another headshot. Bomb is still back in T-spawn at the 35-second mark.
Yeah, and they're ready to go B, and they're controlling all the rotations. There's actually no way back into this round if you're Mezzi, and he has no idea that the bomb is trying to avoid him entirely.
We saw that pop off from Fasher when they win that force by fnatic. And from that high, right back into the gut-wrenching lows. Outsiders just smashing their way through with the Deagles. Fame gets the first kill, Flip with a couple. And Mezzi, at this point, you just want to hold on to that AK. So back and forth we'll go here at the start of Mirage. Anybody's momentum to take. All fnatic have to do is force by win again. Seems easy, you know?
Yeah, and they didn't have much going into it, so if they can fall back on their aim, I mean, they'll feel good about it. Unlikely that we see 2 Deagle rounds kind of back to back. But all right, with majority alive. Interesting thing here. Can they get guns? Going into CT, Mezzi didn't get rid of them, so there's an A1S picked up for Kicker. Actually, a fantastic mid round. The fact that Kicker lurks out. All he has to do is get his kill on CT spawn, and then things are just so easy for Flit to catch rotations. They read the map very well there.
แล้วมันก็มี
Outsiders gonna take a nice early timeout. Make sure that the force wars don't go back and forth. What gets added here? fnatic, how much are they going to press in with? Everything Roy has, everything Fasher can. And it's just armored Deagles. The utility is going to be nearly non-existent unless Nikadaz and Mezzi come through with the belts.
Yeah, this has kind of early fast start written all over it. They can kind of see exactly what the buy is going to look like. The force behind the AK, the low money coming into it, and I think, you know, this
โดย
is,
โค้ชสองทีมมันดูได้
in my
เฉย
opinion,
คู่เล
just
ย
looking at the money, this is a
มัน
round
ไม่ใช่
where
อะ
you
ไป
hit
ดู
B
ว่า
more
เป็
or
นพวก
less
ประเทศ
very
เขา
heavily.
แต่หน้าตา
I feel
ลู
like
กครึ่ง
you can try to look around, but if you get clipped off in the default or
เป็น
something
นัก
like
ติด
that,
เลือ
then
ดโอ้
you're going to
ฮาร์ด
regret it, especially if there is something like a scout. So, well, full A hit actually as they start to walk up on A ramp, but they're going quickly regardless. Missiles player has been spotted. No one under balcony in this situation. Very standard spots for the CTs. And a push up into B apps.
All the way to the staircase with no casualties yet. fnatic's rotating over.
ใหญ่เลย
Flash for the cross. Fame keeps
Wow.
it clean. Crims even hits that shot, but Fame also finds the head. Kicker waits for anybody else to come peeking out. Roy's going to finish off what was left of Fame. And, oh, wow, 3 in an instant. But there's still so much damage done to the CTs because of that up-close AK that you'd think Jame and Flit should be able to just knock over these last few bodies. Guns now being retrieved. They've lost track of Jame, of course, but he gets hit through the boxes. More damage being pushed out here by Flit. Jame just trying to keep himself as small as possible. The cover comes over top. Mezzi moves in, and if he could nail that headshot, then there's still a chance to steal this. But without that kit, time's the biggest issue, and Outsiders will bleed a third round win onto the board, but at what
ได้มีไป
cost?
นะฮะ
Yeah, it was quite expensive, but I think that because the investment came in, there's just no buy here for Fnatic. They don't even have the choice to do it, so that's the tricky part. Like, it just kind of says in the Counter-Strike textbook, you're forced in that situation, but they didn't really have that many odds. I mean, of course, the round comes close,
อาจจะเรื่องบอ
actually,
กกูถ
so
นัดกว่า
maybe I shouldn't speak
VP
that frankly, but ultimately, this is well handled by Jame on the opposite side of triple. He post plants really well here. He could have gone for A ramp, and then there would have been pressure on Flit and then Jame, but they made it as hard as possible to approach one without getting killed or spotted by the other one.
สแต็กเอกันฮะมีไม่มีด้วย แม่งสแต็กเอของจริงวะเอาวะชาร์จพาเลทละโดน
Curiosity in the palace. They're not alone. Kicker is back there. Bomb could even be grabbed if they do manage to kill, but Outsider's not going to waste any time moving forward through
เข้า
middle.
บี
James just jumping around, having a field day. Flip peeled between a couple players. He'll take some damage. The output's been decent from Fnatic, but 4 corpses on the floor for the defense.
ทีมรถแห่เข้ามา
It is Crims
Gang would
who's left up. Would have heard James miss that jump. So he knows they're here in middle. Just a matter of maybe finding somebody looking the wrong way, or why not just win the straight-up duel versus an AK? Now these other 2 could die as well. They're within that lethal range, but Flit will survive the 1 bullet. Outsiders to the 4-1 start.
16-1.
จบไปหรือเปล่าเดี๋ยวมีแมป3
With a start like this from Fame, 10-4 out of the gate.
Dude,
Flit right there again, back-to-back maps. Excellent showing from Flit.
Yeah, Fame definitely drawing attention, man. He's there's just a lot of talent out there, and some of these teams do a great job of finding him. I didn't know about Fame before. Very impressive stuff.
Ooh, Norbert down to half health. Well-timed peek from Crims. Gets away with the kill. He's got a chance at another. Fights Fame. Now he sits on 29. So ultimately, Crims coming out on the better end. So is Fnatic of that first clash towards mid. Mezzi just tucked back by Van. We haven't seen pressure on this B site since the pistol. Mezzi's just going to keep that head down. Crouched and tucked. He waits. Jame getting ever closer. Saw the seconds as well, so great info from Mezzi, and perfect timing on the peak. The pop-up pays off. Fasher finds his towards ramp, and it looks like this CT side, finally, once it's got some economy and some guns. And of course, that nice aggression from Crimson Connector.
Yeah, he does.
Second round comes with it.
Yeah, he does an excellent job of holding his nerve inside of Connector. Not dying, but also not moving. Once his first fight ends up going his way, he wants to look for a second. And some damage goes back and forth, but he just makes sure to stay composed, and this just allows his team to not have to reorganize around his movements. So, you know, between Fame and Norbert, a couple of very skilled players, it just seems like it would just be not worthwhile to attempt this. They'll keep on to these guns and a little bit of utility as well. as they save and wait for next. And I'm sure fnatic can kind of smell the victory coming, but they don't want to press their advantage too far. They also don't have much money to spend. It is interesting to watch Fame. Of course, nothing can be compared to Yakinder, but when we see some of the T-side impact that he's had, some of the entries across these last two maps, at least in the challengers, you can see why it seemed like a reasonable kind of choice to try to grab him. One of the cool parts about Outsiders is they are always willing to put in the effort in every T-side round, no matter how dire it is. They make reasonable decisions to save, of course, but if there is a chance, they're probably going to find a way back in. And that's the most compelling part about the roster. And Fame, if you get entries like he's been doing, then that makes your life a whole lot easier.
Looking for that mid clash again out of the gate, but it's Nikadaz, not Crims. And there's nothing there from Outsiders straight out. They're going to go for a little boost top mid by the looks of it. Chuck a player behind those boxes. And he gets away for free because fnatic, despite being there at the start of the round, kind of leave. Lose vision. And could now very well re-aggress. Wit's aware of it, but it also looks like he's up to his own shenanigans. Down beneath Nikadaz. Oh, comes through smoke, and Nikadaz has the advantage there. Anticipating that there will be another, and there is. It's Fame at the bottom of connector still. James loses his angle from Palace as the smokes go out. And this heavy stack onto the A site from fnatic is exactly what they need, exactly when they need it. Made even easier by the fact that Roy picks up a kill towards mid. Norbert starts to peel away here. They're going to leave James in the Palace, but the other two Outsiders walk away.
Yeah, it's just everything right there. They smoke Palace. They're aware of every flank possible. And, of course, they hit their shots as well. The late peek and window to phase the smoke was key from Roy. Roj.
What an excellent content piece that was.
That was awesome.
I love that concept.
I mean, did they have just Roy, Mezzi, and Machine waiting that whole time?
They must have.
So that was hard to orchestrate, I feel like. Very good.
Shout out Rupingle. AKA Paula. AKA the Gilroy.
AKA, where's my Steam Deck?
Yeah. You know, there are Counter-Strike players and then there are gamers, and Paula is a gamer.
Yeah.
Although, I hear he's not that good at Elden Ring.
Elden Ring? What was it that I... Yeah, no, he's using summons and... Yeah, dude, he was all up my ass for playing Dark Souls 3 first, and then he kind of gave you the impression that he was like insane. And then I watched him play and he's summoning. Come on, Paula. Always big talk with this guy.
Always. Big man on campus. Outsiders looking to puff their chests as they get towards top mid. 3 weapons, 2 deagles, and James, well, he's got targets if he peeks this. Oh, they're going to soften him up. Nicely done with the double stack. Oof, looked like for a second he was going to nail Nikadaz to the floor. But instead, it's 5v4 to fnatic yet again. So Outsiders, this map pick, a questionable one, and one that started with success with the Force Wars. This 8th round could still be recovered, but Roy picks up the kill towards top mid. Crim's next at bat. Norbert's going to round the corner, and he wins his duel despite losing a bunch of health. So this one still alive and kicking.
Yeah, there was some strong active rifling positions and really good shots being hit right there for fnatic to bring this round back into question. That duel looked like the one that was going to seal the deal from Crims, and he had a good fight where he got the first few bullets off for free. Attention was all on the window when that swing came through. But now with Norbert still alive and on the op, the HP may not matter. A group up into the B site kind of leads towards 2 out of 3 players. An interesting spot here for Roy. We'll see how he responds. Volley tag comes through. Mezzi on the anchor. Window post up, and we'll see. A really good crossfire. So they handle this quite well.
Perfectly, in fact. Mezzi comes through with the last piece of the puzzle, and it's a tie game at 4. Ooh, wanted to steal that op away, but he won't be able to reach it in time.
In trying to figure out why Outsiders may have picked the map, looking at some of their last 5 matches, it's been an active map for them. I mean, they played it twice at Rotterdam and twice in the road to Rio, and, you know, they're averaging like 13, 14 rounds when they lose. So I think in all those games they could reasonably say, oh yeah, we could have won. We knew how to win. It was kind of unlucky. And that does make it a sleeper pick in their veto, of course. And then they have their last game was a 69 win over Mouse. And they've also only played extremely good teams on this map. We're talking about Mouse, Ends, Navi, Heroic, and Vitality are their last 5 Mirage games. So no shame losing there. And that's a lot of good experience.
Trying to get some reps in, it seems.
And in all of their losses, 13 rounds or 14 rounds.
That's how outsiders lose or win every game.
Yeah, except the last one.
Right, this must be some weird territory for them.
Aberration to win a game in 17 rounds. When is the last time outsiders did that?
Nikitas. Op just floating in the middle of the A site. No pressure coming out of Ramp or Palace, especially not with Fasher supporting him here. So Nikitas is going to be left to just do as he damn well pleases. And it's 3 easy pickups for fnatic. Make that 4. James, 5 health in the Deagle, all that's left. Nice little bounce back so far from the CT side. That's 4 straight with Roy at the top of the board.
I'm a big fan of the number of open positions that the CTs are playing. How many active riflers there are at all times, constantly putting pressures on outsiders for going slowly. And yeah, the aim is there, so it looks like they're kind of, I think, feeling a little bit better, of course. After a strugglesome defeat on map 1.
Flit turned away from top middle again. And James gonna wait. There have been a couple of times where fnatic get curious in apartments, so maybe it does lead to an opening pick the way of outsiders. But for this round, they've foregone that mid play, which has been pretty bread and butter from outsiders thus far. Deep smoke will deny any angle. And outsiders just kind of have to sit back, wait this one out for a second. Could go for underground control in the meantime. They'll set Fame on his journey alone. Roy has been an absolute nuisance from this window position.
Tactically, of course, it looks like outsiders, they want mid one way or the other, so they're just coming in late, which is a great time to do it if people are going to be pushing from the CT side. It's hard to stand out there. Puts pressure on them to make a move on the extremity of the map. Now they see that mid is empty. They will be able to put together that there will be people here. So thinking about a late flash maybe. Oh my god, Kicker's so careful on the peak. A ramp is dismantled by the 2 outsiders players. And now it's just on Roy.
Yeah, good.
Flit's on stairs. Norbert's about to cross with bomb. Oh, damn. First damage is in from Roy, but he's not able to pick up the frag. Flit slides down the stairs, and this one is 5 up from outsiders.
And that's a perfect response to their own problems, right? Because you pointed out that fnatic were playing inside of middle, but the longer the round goes on, the more tenuous it becomes to sit there. A little bit scarier. There's no one who pushes to top boxes or takes control of it. There's no underpass push. They just wait for it. And as soon as, you know, in the last couple where they found out that's a problem, trying to go for mid when the CTs are there, okay, let's wait until it's a little scary for them. And fnatic don't want to copy and paste the same strat 3 times in a row. The late approach is perfect to find out there must be some push somewhere else. And right here, so careful about this approach. I mean, you don't often see someone coming in from that side on a little bit of a shoulder to take the opera out. That's not easy to do. So well handled on a mechanical level from Kicker.
Good sign of life out of outsiders after the streak that we see from fnatic. See if they can follow through. Get that lead back themselves, but we've got Nikitas now in window. It's not Roy. Man gets smoked off instantly, so falls away, and Fame is not going to waste a moment getting down through the underground and setting his expectations towards Cat. He knows he's got Crim on an island.
He did that blind, man.
Yeah.
That was...
Oh, and he's ready for Roy.
Spray. Ooh. Wow, this kid is gifted. That was beautiful. He just believed. Like, he knew he's right by the bench. I'm just going to go forward with this one peek. He's going to be just about here. And just believed in the spray the whole time. Oh my god, he's about to kill everybody inside of connector. Nikitas doesn't even have time to get rid of his smoke.
Flit's going to find one in con. And we say goodbye to Fame for this one. but an excellent round out of Fame, you know. Again,
Dude,
nearly impossible to replace Yakinder, but that's that killer instinct that at least looks likely.
Any average guy is going to wait for the flash, jump on the bench, and then see if the CT is still there. It's kind of an after image flash. You can see that he was going to be unblind in just a second or two, but he thinks no time to waste. And I know he's going to be like out there spotting if I go right now. This strategy is us making it seem like it's fast mid control, okay, and everybody dies here on the side of fnatic, but they're making it seem like it's fast mid control until those 2 nades in window. Then fnatic respond a little bit slowly. The underpass crawl up is huge, and he's able to go fast. There's so much noise. He's got hand over face when he does this. I don't think he even saw the CT before he peeked. Really great stuff we're seeing out of Fame.
Massive impact and massive reward as well, right? Despite Fnatic's little resurgence with those 4 consecutive, it's down into the Deagles yet again. That's the thing with outsiders. You might be able to put them down, but it's a matter of keeping them down.
Yeah.
Better teams than Fnatic have failed at that.
Trying to hold a snake that's covered in Vaseline.
Oh, God. I wouldn't even bother.
I don't think Fnatic would choose to play them. But then they also said this is the first time they played against this roster. They're really new and have just been playing a lot of Tier 1 CS recently because they've been so good off the jump, right, with this new Fnatic lineup. But haven't met outsiders yet. Maybe later they'll be able to answer Hector and let us know if it's annoying to play them.
Nice shot, back in with impact. We've seen these Deagles hit from Fnatic, but outsiders also keen to squeeze into the A site, dropping some utility. Fasher feels like he's been seen. Norbert ready for that one. Little sliver gives him away, and the CT's not able to press in through their spawn. Fame waits inside connector. There's a very real chance that Roy comes running up and just gets instantly stuffed. Bomb planted front side of the site, so open for what's left of outsiders, and barring that one Desert Eagle kill from Roy, it seems like this one is easy for the T side. James doubles back to Tetris. Oh, there it is. Another Deagle hits. That's going to draw Fame back slightly, but remember, bomb plant, his side of triple, so they're going to have to come and unearth him. Kicker. Ooh, it's clean, baby.
Yeah.
Triple headshot, back to back to back, and outsiders lead by 2.
Kicker really goes underrated sometimes as an aimer. That was so nice from him with the 3 headshots. Doesn't matter if they had pistols, ops, head armor, auto snipers, whatever they had, they would have died really quickly right there. So
yeah, low-key, very high headshot percentage on Kicker.
Absolutely.
Not quite.
You ever get him on fantasy?
Yeah. Put him as the headhunter. It's actually his most successful role. So Fnatic trying to get back to those early mid flashes that kicked off this CT side to their success. Nikadoz. Ooh, dangerous spot. Crims is going to have to turn and help this, or Nikadoz somehow miraculously dodges flashbangs. There it is. Trade right back from Crims at least. He'll take his chance to eject, at least to a further angle, but Norbert slots right into that first fight.
They know a flash came from here, and Norbert's going fast. Oh, I see the gun from Crims, man.
Crims not ready. Ooh, nice turnaround. And Roy almost doubles up with the fight towards top mid. Kicker slides out from Palace. Last round. With the deep molly, he can keep Roy at bay. He can fixate on the ticket fight if he wants to try again.
There's so many CT spotted right here just because of Kicker. It's information. So look, he can just cause terror on the A site. Bomb is staged outside of B. It's actually moving back. So I wonder what the idea is here. Maybe they're just assuming with the amount of pressure that Fnatic are going to read too heavily in this. Now they're starting to spread out a little bit. They found their way back under balcony, which actually might be an unlikely spot. So it could be the most important rotation that Fasher has just made. Now, he is an A-site anchor, so they'll be looking for him somewhere. As the smoke comes down, no one in CT to block the cross. There's a chance they get out. They're worried about the op as well. This comes down to Fasher. I can't help but feel.
He's ready for it. No one's looking.
โดนแล้ว
Perfect
โดนแล้ว
lineup.
ไอ้เหี้ย
Fasher's found them both up above. Kicker with a chance to turn it on Roy, but Roy's going to keep himself comfortably at the top of the scoreboard and give fnatic
ว่าคุณเกิดมันแจ้ง
a chance to strike back at that lead. 6 to fnatic as outsiders have 7.
It can be so easy if you're a little scared. If you're Fasher in that situation, just think 3v3. Let me just play CT and jump spot, and then the op comes up a ramp. Make sure you can't peek again, then you get mollied and then you die. And Fasher took a little risk on this round, just trying to get back into underbalk, even though Kicker was up there, just, spamming, throwing Molotovs, smoking things off, and that little risk completely caught outsiders off guard.
Nikadov's going to lean ahead of this. Very aggressive towards top mid, but Flit not spotted. Outsiders looking to sink their teeth to B. Mezzi, yet to see some action. Again, it's been pretty quiet, but last time they came at him, he did hold strong with Crims on his side. Crims gets the first. Can't manage a second. Roy, he'll find the Flit kill towards middle, but it's this B site that's crumbled beneath the pressure of outsiders. Deep utility as well. Norbert's going to play into it. Fasher looks like he's ready for this fight. But now, thinking more so about dropping that smoke outside of window, it'll create a confusion for outsiders to deal with.
Doubled up in the hallway.
Fame looking towards Cat. Norbert slides out, sees the back and market. He'll win his duel, and that makes it way easier. As Fame chops off Roy, Nikadov's burned away from the play. He has to concede it, and it's outsiders to take an 8th as they stampede through B.
They fought really hard this round. It was pretty brave of them to actually try to hit the B site, considering how consistent Roy has been on the hold. Actually, Mezzi as well.
God
but
damn.
Once the nade sails a little bit too far, and yeah, all 5 dead. Fame gets another nice frag. They actually kind of fight their fear, like Roy with the coconut, and get into the B site versus what has been a strong defense. I like this whole half from outsiders from the perspective of conditioning. They answered their own problems inside of mid. They said they tried B a couple times, it didn't work. They just came back to it later. They've really done a good job of softening up one part of the map, getting fnatic to overreact, and then hitting another.
เอาร้านเรา
And
ร้า
it
น
feels
เรา
like there's
ตำรวจ
just a
โค
lot
ก
of clarity about
เหี้ย
why
ดู
they're
เศร้า
going to each
เฮ้ย
place.
เราจะชนะ
And at the same
แอค
time,
นำ
I
สัก
feel
สอง
like it's
สาม
also
หัว
hard to read.
คนละสองหัวเขาชอบเรือนะเรืออันเดอร์
James, the world-class
อันเดอร์จะมา
maestro,
2ตลอด
orchestrating
That
the
doesn't even-
outsiders to a 2-round
Oh,
lead with a
that's
very likely third on the horizon.
มาช้าแฟดตก
Been a nice varied half. I like, we've had battles all over the place. Tempo change.
อ่อนไปไหนวะเนี่ยอยากรู้ อ๋อ
Yeah, and on
Okay.
the positive side for fnatic, they have been doing cool things. Lots of off-angle usage. I feel like a very active op in Nikadov's,
ระ
where
ยะทาง
he's
มันได้
been, out in the open in a lot of spots, teammates covering things, atypical positions that were kind of hard to find. And the first time these two teams go head-to-head, I feel like
แผน
that's
ที่เข้า
when
ไป
plays like that are going to be at their strongest. So
ระ
I
ยะ
feel
ทาง
like there's a lot of confidence coming out of fnatic this one. But of course, just straight off the veto, it's probably the most unlikely map for them to expect outsiders to pick.
Yeah, leave it to outsiders to, again, just like pull the wool over the eyes of their enemies. You're already going into a fight that you know is going to be this like generally long, just grueling fight. And yet, now you've also got to play a map you don't expect.
The amount of times Roy's gotten his kill from there inside of the window.
Norbert gets tagged. Mezzi looking to hang on with the scout. Oh, okay, you take those. A no-scope to the chest of Norbert keeps it even 3v3, but remember, no guns. And it's going to have to be a desperate fnatic here to just charge forward in the retake. They lose Nikadov's towards middle. James strikes down Roy with a lightning shot. And Crims is going to have to pull off the most miraculous of clutches. Not going to happen. James going to seal the deal. His 6th and 7th to close out the first 15. It's an outsiders 3-round lead as they'll take to the defense with a map advantage and a chance to lock in the legend stage.
ผมไม่มีข้าวแผนเนี้ยเห็นดีไรเละทุกทีเพราะว่าไม่มีที่ให้ถอนก็เอา6ได้อยู่เรามาดูฟนาติกบุกกันได้นะ บราซิลไปกานี่มันเหมือนตัวร้ายดิไม่หนักยังไม่เคยยิ่งหนักพูดถึงไม่มีรู้จริงต้องมีออฟแบบออฟต้องดังด้วยออฟต้องหน้าตาดีแล้วต้องดังต้องเก่งทีมก็จะโดนป้ายยากันทุกทีมเพราะว่าเก่งต้องมาเชียร์แม่ต้องมีออฟเจ๋งๆก่อนในการสร้างทีมและตัวอื่นจะตามมาตัวเปิดหนึ่งตัวซับหนึ่งตัวตุยหนึ่งเกมลีดเดอร์กับการเกมกับตันคนที่อ่านเกมผ่านเกมออกระดับหนึ่งแล้วก็ถ้าข้อมูลเยอะไปให้โค้ชด้วยบอกข้อมูลสำคัญไม่รู้เราไม่เคยบูทกันว่าจะทำมันยังไงพูดยากเพลงแค่คน
And so it is with Fame at the top of the scoreboard, 19 kills to his name, that he has absolutely dominated across Mirage. It was a fired up fnatic as they improved off of that overpass blowout, 16-1 in the opening map. But now they've got a chance, a fighting chance, of course, but somebody's going to have to step up to that level. Seems to be Roy was doing it on the defense. Now fnatic trailing by 3. Hope to kick this off with a heavy utility pistol.
Man, that's a really nice first half from Fame with 19 frags, and it wasn't quiet at all. So, well, yeah, no pressure on the T side. Fame up to the plate here on the balcony. Will he get his kill? He grabs his 1, not 3 this time like he did on the pistol in the first half.
Shut down a couple.
Wow, Mezzi got a short jump because he hit Nikodas, who was coming out of Palace. That was cool.
Smoke will hold them off. Nikodas actually catching James pressed in on the side of it. So we've got fnatic not only with the bomb plant, but an advantage. Deep position down on ramp and Crims, trying to play as the insurance policy, but the bomb won't be planted for him. So if things start to go south like this, now Crims feels the pressure of the moment. Mezzi's gonna peek, chops off Norbert. Excellent start to this. Flit's gonna have difficulties crossing. Crims is gonna double this all the way around. He throws that flash up and over, and Flit knows what a desperate spot he's truly in. So, fnatic pressing into that A site with the heavy Palace emphasis, and while Mezzi won't survive to see the end of this round, it's still the fnatic's favor.
It is. A couple of clean shots there after they got out of Palace. Fame did well to try to pull off that hold from his position after he worked a little bit too hard on that first kill. Still picked up the second. I don't know if there is going to be a buy coming in considering the plant is here. It looks like, yeah. That is to say the CT force up, and it looks, it's always a little bit scary on Mirage. It is one of those maps where you can get eco'd, I'd say, more easily than others. And for the T side, of course, you like to envy if you can on anti-ecos, but it instantly becomes less powerful because you know that everybody wants to do it. But this will help him ease up a little bit. Nikodas, one between the eyes of Fame, coming off a cat.
Yeah, any chance you can get to cool off Fame, you take it.
Totally missed their molly inside a connector.
Well, luckily, they've got 3 more.
We just have to worry about a potential CT walking into the smoke. It'll buy some time. Ooh, chance to phase the smoke. Flit called something. Didn't see anything. But there were players there. Didn't seem like he noticed someone up on Cat. We'll see what the reaction looks like as fnatic have 1 in Palace, 2 coming up connector, and the bomb getting picked back up. It looks like A is where it'll end, and that'll be a good call.
Yeah, Mezzi just scouting out the B site, going to keep outsiders preoccupied as fnatic will slide through into that vacant bomb site. So good conversion, dodging the threat, and of course outsiders silver lining. Hang on to what you got. You lose fame, so be it. Next round will still be a potential upset.
Always worth saving. Got this head armor. A little gamble doesn't pay off. Clean call from Mezzi. And opening kill from Nikados to make this map a little bit easier. So this is the potential, you know, this is the potential map that can get outsiders who are already up 1 straight off into Legends. That's what's on the line for them. Of course, neither team will be eliminated if they lose. But how many times have we seen a team in the 2-1 game lose and then lose again? And really wake up that first morning and can see themselves in Legends and all of a sudden have to wait until the next major. So you never want to find out what your next draw is going to be. And for that reason, there will be a ton of pressure on fnatic. I'm sure they're going to put on themselves to be able to close out.
I feel like of all the, you know, awful feelings that can happen to a Counter-Strike player, going 2-0 on the first day of the major and then losing 2-3 has to be up there. That's got to be
Floppy's listening.
Oh God, that's true.
Yeah, but it has happened to a lot of teams. That's just the most recent tough one to think about.
They say you can't stop the flop,
กินชาไม่เกี่ยว
but that's not true. Nikados finds split bottom mid.
Wow, he could rifle too.
This one inwards. Nikados is a very highly rated CT player for fnatic.
Yeah, that's why I put the defender booster on him.
Oh, see? Was just thinking that. But look at him go on the T side, man. Crack of the whip with this AK. Finds another instant headshot. He'll lose track of Kicker. It's a little weird there in connector. And Roy will alleviate that pressure. So bomb plant comes through easily. And the outsiders, in their attempt to use these recycled weapons, will not stop fnatic from getting to that A site again.
They're working really well here on this map. Here on T side. We'll just have to see what outsiders are going to bring here on CT. I mean, it's kind of not surprising they do well on T side, that they kind of work hard in those rounds, but have a good game plan overall. Really curious about someone like Fame, for example, who's already done what many would consider really hard half. I mean, it's not the hardest map to have T side impact on, but still, 19 kills in a game like this, no small feat. And the fact that he's playing off of Cat, of course, means a lot. That's the most high frag location these days. Back in the day was Connector, but Connector just now has so many nades directed to it to stop you from getting anything out of it that it's very hard to sit there and get kills. So oftentimes you'll see like a player there sometimes, but most of the time it's Cat that has the wide open angles. You're defending both B and mid at the same time. You have the ability to get into window. It's a key point of contact, or key point of interest, I should say, for the T side in their map control, no matter what side is being split. And fnatic just putting the feelers out, waiting once again to see what's going to come their way. Maybe they are going to do some kind of tactic towards connector on a split. Window gets smoked. Flash over the top of mid. No explosion, just waiting. And a little utility gets drawn out. But look how many CTs are on this side of the map, man. They're not even worried about Cat at all. Looks like they may be getting the strat they were looking for. Counter util immediately. Trying to stop these choke points. Are we running through the smoke is the question. what a shot.
Nice. Roy, right into the head of Fame, who, since this CT side had started, not being able to get his impact.
Uh-oh.
Flit's gonna fall away. Chase comes out with a kill. Whoa, 2? No business pulling off either of those frags. And unfortunately for him, it's all in vain because the rest of the outsiders dead already.
Hey, they kind of did everything they wanted to do. I mean,
Hell of an effort.
Yeah, they waited. They had 4 here on the site. They mollied off Palace. They smoked A ramp. They naded in both of these positions. And fnatic knew all of a sudden, crap, they were so ready for this whole site hit, and they still get away with it because their A players find the entries. It looked like Connector was going to be the easy one. After that first kill came down, felt like they were going to fall like a house of cards, but Flit definitely put up a huge fight right there.
Man, they thought they had him in the wall as well, right?
Yeah.
They got him reloading, falling back.
Like, Grims doesn't even shoot early. I'm just going to kill him in a second. Yep. I'll let him get to his silly little spot. It's not going to do anything.
You can run, but you can't hide, and I'm dead.
So that's very impressive here from fnatic in a 10th round.
So far, not a single CT win from outsiders. So we wait. And they hope that they'll be able to solve that problem, but it's off of the back of a timeout as well, so they'll come into this next one with a little light buy. Flit didn't have 4 guns trained on him, and maybe he's allowed to get away with something else, but...
Yeah, if he's going to have a round like that, even if they get 1 kill from 2 of their CT players, then they probably win the round. 2 rifles here. I'm not sure what the rest of the money will look like after this. I think they just armor up and chill on the nades that they have. We'll see how much they invest further.
$1,000 here, $1,000 there. What a second M4 as well. Norbert actually splashes a little bit of money and throws that over.
Well, they're coming through with ideas, not just spreading out randomly. Like one inside a ladder room, not anticipating anything that heavy towards B. The gamble is this somehow ends A, and it's just about like how do you actually influence them into coming your way, you know? Sometimes you don't want to smoke them off so they go to the other side. Sometimes you want to smoke them off to make it feel like you're bluffing, and it looks like they're going for that latter option. Bomb is rocking back around. It looks like it's towards this side of the map. There's also a chance for fnatic to potentially get them back. Swing will come through. Nigados takes a shot. Maybe he wanted to just slowly drag that out, but I wonder if fnatic are a touch nervous now.
Utility blankets middle with smokes. James gonna just walk into the ladder room.
Kicker has a smoke under balcony as well for a full exec on balcony.
Oh man, they're getting drawn in.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen a lot of gambles out of outsiders across the map, but this time it's in the right place at the right time. Kicker tucks back down beneath. Molly destined for him. He'll smoke that off, and you know that's going to serve up a distraction. We're in the crunch time. There's 30 seconds. Fame's in the pocket. T's looking everywhere other than default, and he finds himself 3 kills. Just peeking at him and popping them one after another. The perfect setup from outsiders with the lesser weapons, and they just get 4 excellent kills. Everybody grabs 3 weapons, and finally something goes back the way of fnatic, but Mezzi won't even be able to get anything other than that.
That's a clean one, man. I mean, first of all, they gamble at the spawn. It's not like they read into anything about what the setup looked like. They simply decided to stack A. We've seen that fnatic have ended here on their anti-ecos, trying to follow any kind of pattern that they can find. Maybe they've seen they do that regularly in some of their previous games when they were preparing for this. And they had the pistoling player under Balk with the smoke. Once that exec comes out, there's this kind of idea of sunk cost. You're like, all right, well, we could rock it back into a default and go to their site. You got that sinking feeling, oh no, it is a stack. They've got too much utility here. Fame plays it perfectly, doesn't swing off the right side of default for as long as he possibly can, and then even comes in on the left after some of his teammates off the stairs start trying to draw attention, and it's just way too easy. Game with the yawn. Coming in around 21.
The fact he catches the Opera jumping, you know, Nigados goes down so smooth.
And Nigados is sitting there waiting, holding default, watching all 3 sides, the top, and he doesn't give him anything.
No, Really well played there by Fame. Just that whole entire environment goes from 0 to 100 incredibly quick.
Having a great map, 24 and 15.
fnatic just can't manage to hang on to that one. So the first CT round win from the Outsiders, and it comes by way of double M4 A stack. Instantly we go elsewhere. fnatic trudging closer to the B site.
Oh, they heard that jump. They're really relying heavily on Norbert, who's looking for a better, more dedicated position in the site. They can sort of smell the potential for a B site hit to come. Fame fighting forward, but Roy takes him out. He's been doing great at killing Fame, actually.
Norbert sliding around, gets caught on the cross, distracted by the first shots. Fasher sliding in with a couple, and Jame will be given nothing to shoot out at this spot, so it's a save call. And fnatic, they instantly transition to the other side of the map, and they just cruise through that setup.
Yeah, man. Talking about Roy, he had a really tough, rough series versus Mouse, and they definitely needed him in that one. I think in the game that he played well, the games that he played decently well, they ended up losing. The game that he played badly, they lost, and it's just like, now, I mean, especially the kills that he got, particularly on Fame, just like a couple of them here in recent memory, they've been able to convert. So well done right there. Made this a very serious matter. Still a lot of money left over. Kicker can easily drop and everyone can get everything they need for the Outsiders, but this one entry makes this a very lopsided affair. You can see that Norbert is now worried about Cats. Where there was a crossfire, there isn't now with this kill.
Some
understandable frustration. Norbert, interestingly, was excited to be able to play with Kicker
Really?
rather than Jame. Or he said he always looked up to his playstyle.
Damn, okay.
Yeah.
That's fun. Fast shots from Fame. He's come out looking for revenge. Kills Nikados instead, and then he will catch Roy. Jame, in the meanwhile, just popped Fasher over towards Palace. That was through smoke. I don't know if he saw him before a smoke popped, or if James just out here shooting shots. But all that's important is he didn't miss. And it's a 4v2 for Outsiders. fnatic, they'll get back that lead for only a moment by the looks of things. Crims looking to crack his whip in mid. Quiet game from Crims, all things considered. But he'll still be thrown up through window. And a real chance to slide into the back of Kicker. He's not even contemplating that possibility.
Yeah, I mean, they had to use 2 people to boost up, and there's only 2 left, so all in on that tactic. Jame obviously has a very strong spot here, knowing that they must be both in mid because of that boost was silent. Assuming that was corroborated. 45 seconds. How will they work?
Oh, Mezzy, unfortunate there. Just slides into the crosshair. Crims, despite the best efforts of at least killing Kicker, now has to get 3 more.
I think they wanted to sort of pretend that the other team didn't know that they had 2 in that position because of the boost. But Jame definitely played it like he knew.
Crim's gonna grab the bomb. Oh, Jame catches him by going over top of the ticket. So the Opera of Outsiders finds his mark once, twice, 3 times in that round. And 2 of them not even duels, just shooting people in the back, making sure that things go down easy. And with it, we've got money on the way of Outsiders. We've got callouts, or excuse me, timeouts being called by fnatic. As they're gonna have to put everything on the line with this buy. So now or never, it sort of feels like.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean, they could, because they have won a lot of cool CT rounds here already. They certainly could. So the last money will be spent. And unlike the last map, not all the pauses were used kind of in the first half, because they were waiting for their turn on T side. We're doing pretty well. Fame bodies Nikados with just that straight up M4. And I mean, seriously, it feels like it's either Roy kills Fame and fnatic win the round, or Fame stays alive and Outsiders win the round. Right. That's how seriously impactful these 2 riflers has been today.
fnatic play it quiet, nothing from mid. Nickdaw's deep angle. Got kicker stuck behind Ticket. He's got support coming over in Jame. Flit's ready to go off the top of the stairs, but they're still kind of nervous about mid. And fnatic have inched their way outwards.
Oh, that flash works so well. No one snuck out to Apex. Jame looking for a timing shot. Kicker looking for more.
Runs in. Has to commit to the first fight. Finds Crims as he falls downwards. There's a B poke. But these deep smokes keep CTs on the other end. Flit's inside a connector. Fasher's just going to look to lock in the corner as that next piece of utility goes down, and Roy continues this flank.
Ooh, sneaky, but look who's watching from CT spawn, actually. Oh,
no one.
They gave it up.
Fame was, but past tense. And now Roy, he's going to be the thorn in the side of this setup. CTs, they've lost the bomb site. The plant's gone down. Mezzi's in the smoke. Flit catches Roy, though, and that's the crucial kill. Because now they can just fixate forward, try and press in. Norbert point blank bests Mezzi. Nickadaw's falls right after. And that is just Norbert tearing through two. Fasher's up next. Little bits of health left. He's got the clutch attempt going. Fame, nope, it's Jane instead to hit the shot, and with it, Outsiders to 12.
That was a fierce one. He was both defusing and aiming at the same time, while Norbert was covering something else. Norbert with the key ones, though. Mezzi on the phase. Smoke could have had CT control, put a lot of pressure on Dame to hit his or even fall back. That could have been the end of it. Very narrow margins on that round. It gives Outsiders a lead in the fourth quarter. There's a chance that now fnatic, with not much money to spend, could lose because of this round. And once again, there's a legend spot on the line. So, starting to ramp up here. We're still not quite at that point. But you never know when the snowball is at its most critical point. fnatic will need to strike at every opportunity they can. Not when they got close in. Palace sneak out. It's a fake, and they've actually pulled all the CTs. No bomb spotted, and everybody rotated out, and no T's even committed.
Damn!
What are you doing, Outsiders?
Yeah, getting a little antsy. Fasher's also slid forward. Ooh, this is an interesting one.
This would be one hell of a round to win.
Oh, what? He took him with him.
What a shot.
Flit from beyond the grave finds the kill off the nade. Crims up next down into the stairs. We've got a player top middle. James got Crims dead though. Mezzi tippity taps with the tech, and he's going to try to go and grab that M4. Already on the bomb site, already defusing, and unfortunately for Mezzi, he just can't press in fast enough. He knows he needs to concede. A very cool round from fnatic to at least sell that hook, line, and sinker with nothing but utility.
Yeah, that was, you know, the #1 guy doesn't move there as like your CT player, or you just your main site anchor just doesn't have to leave. No bomb on radar. That's kind of like a fundamental mistake, especially on a round where it's like just an anti-eco. But they have good protocols in place. They had good guns, and it got a little scary with the Fasher Deagle kill, but that's just about it. 3 players up at the end of the round.
Fame's looking to come back at it. Fame versus Roy. It's been a really good kind of head-to-head duel between these two. Both sides, both halves. Roy's caught him a couple of times with this AK, but for now, Fame's going to keep this one tucked in. It is 3 straight from Outsiders, of course, with these last 2 retake round wins. Round loss bonus stacking up for fnatic, but they don't want loss. They want round wins. Roy on an island top middle and look to fixate towards B, which is fine, right? We saw them win a round already when they were able to press into Fame and kill Norbert as he got stuck behind bench. And in this case, it's even understaffed. James going to start running in, but by the time he gets there, Fasher's already down on site. Still, James, critical timing, but Roy slides up middle. Flit can't do in mid what James just did from Market, and so with that, it looks like Outsiders concede. They get caught in the wrong positions at the wrong time, and fnatic keep this game tight.
Man, considering how awkward it was, it's like lucky that they even caught Fasher in that spot, but kind of fnatic snuck through into that crossfire, got into the site, and made that really tough. For Outsiders, saving 3 is pretty big. Winning a round and killing everybody right here would make a world of difference for fnatic, but at least they get their economy back on their feet. They keep it 12. They only had to save 1 round, and they have this op still on Nickdaw's as well. Maybe there's a little left to show here on Mirage.
A couple key round wins from fnatic at that B site now.
เซฟ
We'll have to see if there's any kind of outsiders adaptation. They will, of course, take a pause, maybe look to smooth things
ซึ่ง
out.
ผมก็ไปกินข้าว
Also, economy at a very critical point here for the counter-terrorists. So they'll be crunching numbers as they talk this one through. Oh, excuse me, there was an M4 on the ground. It's all good, it's all good. But it's not all good, actually, because again, that B site, I think, is now a question mark, you know? They fooled them twice, not to mention that, like, overbite on the utility fake. So, yeah, I feel like fnatic, they're sensing some sort of a weakness on that other side of the map.
Yeah, they've got a strong attack. But how many times do they want to try and paste it? Early mid attack here. Into some prying eyes from the CT side. Fame opens up early. Oh, Flick comes out mid. Jane gets it with the volley.
Wow. As Flit nearly gets caught in the fire of his own.
I don't know if Kicker's spotted right there. It looks like he jump spotted, but now he's just worried about Palace. Fasher has snuck out the Tetris. It's not the most compromising position. People do this sometimes.
Yeah.
And right there, exchange glances. So now James on full attention. Some nade protocols come out. That one will sting.
Yeah, Fasher dropped 273 off it.
ไฟมันดับเชื่อป่ะ
Oh my god.
Yo, Jamin Nikadaz nearly locking horns there. Op shot not far away. Fasher gets pelted by another piece of utility though, so now he's sub 50 HP. Kicker looking for the impact off top ticket. Fasher gonna keep on going. Didn't clear the corner. Norbert gets away. At least a little longer. Sets up Kicker, who gets traded by Mezzi. It's man advantage and a fast flank, but I think he stepped. He overstepped, and now Mezzi's ready. Mezzi finishes off what was left of Flit, and a 2v2 is where we're left. Nikadaz still worried about that jungle side, but it's all in from Ticket as far as outsiders are concerned, and a missed shot from Jane welcomes Nikadaz to peak, and both the outsiders pull back.
Okay, now we have to look at utility. There's absolutely none here for fnatic. Of course, we can see it littered on the ground, but it's just not within reach. So, on the A site, trying to get a bomb down means you've got to cover one option or take a fight, and James, he'll be the first one.
Whoa,
Mezzi cleans his clock. Fame now, excuse me, in the 1-on-2. In CT, half HP, done so well.
Timing! He finds him with that bomb out. Now Nikadaz needs to plant. There's 8 seconds. Fame, you don't need to fight this, but he does, damn it! He takes it on his own terms. 27, 8, and 9. All in that round to give outsiders 14. There's 7 seconds. Nikadaz needs to plant, and Fame just wants a piece of that.
Yeah, he does. Okay, there is a world where Nikadaz kills him on a wallbang, and that's his only chance. So Fame at least kind of screws with his head by peeking there. I know it doesn't make sense from a fundamental perspective. It's not 100% round win if he tucks. So, I mean, he's just a confident kid. He played it well. Nikadaz did get a little rocked. He didn't hit that shot, and there was a chance for it.
Man's got that killer instinct.
He does. He does.
Bloodlust.
Man, the 1v2 clutch Fame. He's never been in the legend stage. It's in the name. He's going to be known for this.
Assaulting on both sides of that bottom mid. Oh, this one.
He still gets the kill.
Yeah, props to Fasher. That right there from Mizzy, though, just turned his attention at the wrong time. Nikadaz knows. Damn it. While Norbert celebrates and outsiders get themselves that much closer to legendary status here in Rio de Janeiro.
ยังก็ได้อยู่นะ13อาจจะ14ด้วยอาจจะชนะเลยอาจจะเป็น14แล้วก็ไปลุ้นตึงเอาอีก2รอบ
Jane back on the ticket. Opdual being primed. No Palace play. Flash comes at them, allows for James to double back, and he would have seen that contact, so CT start to scramble back over. The utility floods forward. Fasher looks to take maybe to the top of stairs.
There's no big lurk on this round. All-out committal from Tetris. No counter nades to hit them while they're grouped up, and the cross comes now. They've been scaling well. Oh no.
Nobody covers that. Norbert gets away with the robbery, denies the bomb, and now things get real weird, but Mezzi slides through into jungle, catches the kill on Fame. Big scalp to take. Flit trying to get edgy, goes right up over that smoke, but there's another player to his right. He loses track of that. Nikadaz robs the kill, keeps the man advantage. Norbert's going to look to press through yet again, but that flash, fantastic. And it forces them away for now.
Do they know that both players are here? Oh, yes, Norbert was there and James just spotted. Now they can potentially plant on the opposite side of triple like they did before. James gets hit a little bit. It won't matter, however.
Nikita's just laying down the lead, making sure outsiders have to keep it back. God, dude, what a clash inside that site.
That's ridiculous. So this round, fnatic, I mean, they've been going for these really long lurks through B-apps, slow crawls up into connector. This time there's one player in mid. But it's mostly about the pack and how they're able to get across the site safely. I feel like Norbert shouldn't have been smoking himself out of CT and more doing the aggressive lurk smoke towards triple, but I'm not exactly sure why he did that. Maybe because when he got that bomb down, he thought, okay, round's one. It's going to be very hard for them to plant. But I think they still needed to press the advantage a little bit more. But either way for fnatic, I mean, this half has been so competitive back and forth. Both halves, honestly.
Yeah, this is the kind of classic that we expected, I think, between the likes of outsiders and fnatic.
Yeah, this is the hard to call game that had the desk split on the predictions. An anomaly of a blowout on overpass. Unfortunately, kind of set the tone for fnatic to have to bounce back from, but they're hanging on for dear life with Mezzi and Roy at the top of the scoreboard. You know, Crims is having a very rough game, but give him a chance to pop in. You only need 3 more, fnatic. Oh, that is spotted. Oh, Jesus. Oh, now James can post up after Nikos takes his shot.
He's ready.
Yeah. Oh, a second scope.
Yeah, man, he wants to see him in the. He wants to look him in the eye.
But I don't think I don't know if you would have heard the first one, but.
Meanwhile, 2 players also up catwalk. They're gonna have to be careful here, Roy. You could get caught in connector.
You know, yeah, fnatic. Oh my God.
Yep. Look at this. Norbert goes killer instinct.
Oh, but they instantly forget about the thought that someone could come off of cat, and there's Crims.
Snatches flip back, so man advantage evaporates. Remember, only 2 guns, so these USPs would be pushed away quite quickly. The other one's over on the B site. We've already got Fasher down on A, and the weapons are still here on the right side of the map. Fame! Oh God! There is still the chance that Crims presses through the murder hole. Norbert just saw that bomb sitting on the side of triple. Fasher's back on default. Fame, with that procured AWP, sits back and waits. And Fasher, that's the cover that they need.
Damn.
Both kills into CT, denies any more success for the outsiders, and we've got a game tied up at 14.
Wow. Okay, what a shot. Nicely done there from Fasher, man. All he did was stand still. Stand still and aim. Just remember your training. That saves the round.
Don't think, just shoot.
Yeah. I remember once I posted my human benchmark reaction time test on Twitter, and everybody responded with theirs. And Sempis was the fastest of anybody, any pro player at all. He had something like an average of 110. He said my reaction time was like unbelievably fast. And then he said, if nobody could move in Counter-Strike, I'd be the best player in the game.
If only it was that simple.
Well, he could have been faster in that moment for sure.
What you're telling me is that if Sempis is back in the old days, he's like the Wicked of the West.
The Wicked Witch?
No, I was like a Western, bro. You know, dual
oh, I see. It's the Clint Eastwood. Yeah, exactly.
I can see Sempis, bulking.
That's definitely in his lineage somewhere.
Tumbleweeds go rolling by.
We had Cowboys in Canada, or?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think some of them think they still are.
True. Well, round 29, kicker under balcony, and it's actually very fast into this attack. James is rotating in. Feels like something like this could actually work here for fnatic. It doesn't feel like outsiders are in tune with the attack that could be coming in. Bot rides on this one. Money is very low here for outsiders, an absolute opportunity as they sit and wait. It's been oftentimes Nikita sitting on the ramp, they explode. James throws a good flash, gets posted back up on it. They re-smoke CT spawn, deny his vision, then take the site and cross. Is that what's going to happen again? That's the question.
14ครับอันนี้ถ้าแพ้ก็ไหล
ahead of the smokes though.
แพ้ก็ไหลเลยไหลใครแพ้ก็ไหลอ่ะ
James ready, waiting.
Oh my God, just dry.
Just clips Nikita's hips, and so all of a sudden fnatic looking stunned for a second. They're able to get one player out towards Tetris. We saw this same push around the side of the smoke from Norbert a round ago. And this time it's James Opp hunting, Kicker waiting. Crims sees it, can't get away with the kill. Both players exchanging damage. Then that activates James. Mezzi trades. That Opp gets picked right back up. Fasher looking to finish off Kicker. He will find it up above, but the trade train back and forth to the prevail of Outsiders. And Mezzi, a massive ask of him in this 1v3. He just doesn't even have the time. He can't press outwards. 5 seconds to spare, and it's the ticket peak that does it. Outsiders secure 15.
Yeah, they lock in OT 1 round away from Legends here. Outsiders, the team, one of the most persistent in the world, one of the most resilient in the world. We talk about Brazilian teams and the Brazilian resilience. That's something that's been a talking point. It's not always true with them, however, but with Outsiders, it feels like they epitomize it in every sense of the word. And right here, the further proof of it, looking to win their 2-1 game. But of the two teams that could have won that last round, it would have been worse for Outsiders to lose. They had almost no money left over. fnatic still have some savings. 2 pistols, but a good amount of utility. 3 AKs. They can still play a long round if they'd like to. They're really light on Molotovs. That did catch up with them last round, leaving Kickert under balcony. Crims' struggle today clearly had an impact on the outcome of that round, unfortunately. That was a little bit rough. But one thing we know about fnatic is it seems like they are trying some kind of lurk almost every single time they exec. This time it gets called out because fool me thrice. And if that's not going to be something that can help them in the future, what other looks do they have? We also don't see fnatic ever going back into a default after they commit to something, even if they lose their first kill. And James found Nikados right away.
Hard-headed in that regard. And this is just as hard. You've got 2 pistols for fnatic. Fame ready to rock in middle as he has been all CT side. Ooh, insta-kill on Crims, who just cannot catch a break.
That's a nice bait.
Roy, he'll find the trade frag. Norbert locked into the bench. This time gets a chance to strike down Mezzi. We've got a player still up in apps. Fasher takes it into his own damn hands with just the Galil. A poke from Roy down Cat. And James, holding his nerve, stops the bomb, pushes Roy into the clutch. Outsiders, just 1 kill away, but he's fighting tooth and nail with 2 kills already to his name. Comes in quietly, sliding around the backside. They could line up, and Roy gets damage on both, but goes down nonetheless. And Outsiders, in their most classic fashion, a 16-14 win to lock them in within that legend stage. This is without Yakinder, a huge star departure, and yet they've replaced them. And who steps up? Who's at the top of that list by leaps and bounds? It's 33 kills for Fame. As for him, this is his first Legends run.
จบต่อไปเป็นเกมลีเจียนกับเรียแล้วก็คาวไนกับวิวใครแข่งก่อนระหว่างคาวไนกับไปที่เข้าอันนี้แหละอ๋อข้าวหน้า UB ผมดูข้าวหน้าอยู่ดูเลี้ยงอยู่
This world is slowing down. How can I
ก็ไปรู้นะว่าใครจะเข้าระหว่างหรือฟนาติกไปเจอใครฟนาติกน่าจะไปเจอ94ทีป่ะเจอบาซีป่ะโอ้คนที่เข้าไปแล้วรีวิวโอจีกับวิทนะมาโอจีกับวิทอาจจะเจอกันรีวิวกับคาวนายก็ลุ้นให้คาวนายเข้าว่าเจฮาวตกรอบแล้วไอ FC eSport ตกรอบแล้ว เนชั่นตกรอบแล้วอิมเรียตกรอบแล้วบราซิลเหลือเนี่ยทีมทางศาสตร์ใช่ไหมอีวิวดีกับเขาไหนใช่อีวิวดีกับเขาอีวิวข่าวไหนแล้วก็พรุ่งนี้หรือวันนี้ไม่รู้โอจีตีกับบิ๊กเลยเปล่าไม่รู้เพราะมันจะมีแข่งคู่ของคู่กันใช่อีก3 คู่วิทกับโอจีน่าจะไปเจอไม่รู้ใช่ปะจะเป็นสายเนี่ยเรา5 รอบ 5เขารอบ 4ก็คือเอาไซเดอร์เข้าแล้วฟนาติกจะมาอยู่ด้านล่างก็จะเหลือ TL ฟูเรียที่เขาชนะอีกทีหนึ่งเข้ารอบ TL หรือฟูเรียแล้ว OG กับวิทอาจจะต้องเจอกันหรือเปล่าไม่รู้เพราะมันเหลือกี่ทีมเนี่ย2เข้าไปแล้ว4เข้า8 ทีมเข้าไปแล้ว4 ทีมเข้าแล้ว4 ทีมก็เลยอีก4 ทีมที่เราต้องขับคือเขาในกับอีวิวนี่แพ้ได้นะแพ้2แต่ตั้งใจผมเคลียร์เขานานเพราะให้เขานานวิโตจีนี่ไงก็ได้แทง2 ทีมนะก็เลยเฉยแฟนาติกกับคอไซเดอร์ของว่าแทงมา2 ทีดีสุดว่าแต่เป็นแฟนาติกผมไม่คิดว่าจะแทงทีมเก่านะทีมงานเก่าคอไซเดอร์นี่ช็อตเกมเขาลั่นดิวเมาส์กับโอจีผมชอบไม่น่าตรงโอจี
Ladies, gentlemen, everyone at home, it's time to wish the outsiders congratulations because they've made it to the legend stage of this Intel Extreme Masters Rio Major 2022. The second and final major of the year. fnatic down but not out. They moved to 2-2 in our Swiss format. Outsiders did it in 2 maps. It did not require 3, and on Mirage it was 16-14, much closer than the 16-1 on Overpass. Now, when we come to the desk, you're going to see that we have not just one special guest in the form of one of our sideline interviewers, Heku, we also have